So last week I made a video where I made this like big, just like cowboy style Bowie knife. Wood handle, burnt the thing to where it's dark and black, had like a rough look, kind of an S-shaped guard. And after making that, I wasn't sure what to do like for my next week's video, which I actually filmed a couple weeks ago because of an ice storm last Friday. That's when I filmed. Not important. But I kind of got the idea of like, what if I made that, but a dagger? So this is it. I guess I'm probably gonna call this like the Bowie knife dagger. It still kind of has that like Bowie knife shape, but double-edged and narrow, and kind of thin for, well, I guess some Bowie knives are pretty thin. By the way, it has the same S-shaped guard and handle. Again, most daggers that are double-edged wouldn't have like this very clearly just single-faced dagger because you're not going to hold it backwards. But I like the way it looked, and again, the double edge makes it good for, stabbing. But, get a good grip on it. And honestly, I think that it works. I love the shape of it. Honestly, not much to say. I just really like the way it turned out for just kind of a I wonder type build. So, yeah, I'm going to get this going because it's cold out here. If you can't tell by the fact I'm actually wearing a coat. So, gotta love doing this in, late December. Wow, that actually worked well. I love this job. Okay, so I have my dagger shape here. Pretty basic dagger. Need to, of course, shape that a bit and refine the handle shape, shorten it up because I don't need this long of a handle. I know it looks a little odd for a dagger, at least for the handle. I basically got this off of a Bowie knife that I made last week, and I kind of like the handle shape and the way the guard was shaped. I'm like, I wonder how that would look with a dagger, which is also why I'm probably gonna call this like a cowboy dagger, some bullshit like that. So basically going to refine the shape to be sort of more of a maybe Bowie knife shape. Okay, my base plan is I made a dagger, I don't know, 10 months ago, where it had a typical dagger shape on one side, but then it kind of had like a
sort of clipped on the other side, but still double-edged. That's kind of what I'm going for. Hopefully it works. If not, we'll see. So yeah, I'm gonna quit running my mouth and get to actually working. Okay, got my blade ground out, got a nice shape to it. I kind of like this unique like dagger tip. There it goes. I don't know why, it just kind of looks cool. I saw it on a cold steel dagger they made, and I'm like, damn, that's cool. Which actually made my own version of that. This is where I got kind of this base shape from. I'm not gonna put the, extra little sub-hilt thing there. That was kind of cool, I did it once, but I'm not a huge fan of them because it kind of makes it awkward to use. So from there, I'm gonna make the actual guard, which I have this, just some 3/16 steel, drilled 2 holes, also 3/16 that fit the same width. Yeah, well, I don't know why okay, there we go. I'm just gonna take my angle grinder. I just used a worn out cutting wheel, which still has a bit of life because you can cut between those without getting too far over. And especially with as narrow as the blade is and with the handle being not much thinner, I definitely do not want to go over too much. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna cut that out, then heat this up in the forge and just either hammer this down onto that or hammer that down onto that. Whichever one works the best is what I'm gonna do. Then from there, I'm gonna heat treat the blade, then give it some hickory handle scales, kind of like the Bowie knife that I made last week. Or most knives, honestly. I use a lot of hickory. Okay, now I got this thing heat treated, tempered, everything shaped the way I want it to. I got my hickory handle scales cut and drilled. Basically, I'm just gonna go inside and glue it together. Got brass pins, typical with my more like Western cowboy design, or with stuff I don't really have any particular thing. Let me hold my camera straight, holy shit. Then for the big hole here for the lanyard, I got this 38 special round. I didn't have any like cowboy rounds. I mean, to be fair, I don't have anything the same size as a 45 Colt, and this is 3/8, so it just fits in. It might take a little work with a hammer, but it'll work fine. So, honestly, I should find a drill bit of that size. Because that'd be kind of cool for some of these Bowie knives, use a 45 Colt shell. So, anyway, that's not relevant to anything, just me thinking out loud, as I have a knowing habit of doing. Either way, I'm going to stop doing that and go glue these on, and then tomorrow I can come out and get these things shaped. Okay, now they got the handle scales glued on, just kind of cut the studs off so that way they don't, stab me. Now I'm just going to do is, there it is, take my file it down, just kind of finish up right the flap disc, and then just hand sand it smooth. Then just take my torch and burn it to where it's almost black, and then linseed oil it, make it, give it a nice finish. So, yeah, honestly, this is probably the fastest video I've done. I literally came up with the idea for this Friday afternoon, and it's Sunday afternoon now, and I'm finishing it up. So, this knife took me a weekend to do. Usually these take like a week.
Okay, I don't know how this is going to attempt like just kind of a thrust in, but I'm wearing a heavy hoodie and this motorcycle jacket because I'm cold. So I have I can lift my arm to here effectively. So I don't know how well I can actually step, but I'm gonna give this a shot. Well, I cut the label off. Didn't hit the bottle, but perfectly removed the label. Let's try this again. A little better. Oh. Nope, stay. There we go. That edge alignment was horrible, but I think I just took off part of the cutting stand, and I did.